Good evening to all you sick people out there watching this for whatever reason, wherever you may be. For today, we'll be answering the Proust Questionnaire, which is supposed to reveal your true personality. So let's start with question 1. What is your idea of perfect happiness?
So when perfect happiness comes to mind, I think there's nothing that can be perfect, right? It's kind of impossible to reach perfection. That's just like how life is. But I think when I think of perfect happiness or like close to perfect would be having all the good things in your life outweigh the bad things. And I think being comfortable where you're at and like being glad you are who you are and like where you're at in life is like perfect happiness, in my opinion.
In my opinion, perfect happiness is stability in life. Being able to do whatever you want and like not having to worry about like not like the consequences, but in like the life kind of way. Like you won't like money wouldn't be a problem. Ties down wouldn't be a problem. Just like being like the freedom.
For me, I think perfect happiness is being surrounded by the people that I love and care about, because they bring me a lot of joy in my life and they've influenced me, and I can't imagine being without them.
My idea of perfect happiness? It feels strange to say this, but I probably my idea of happiness resides in a person, whether it be a romantic or a platonic relationship I may share with them. If I can wake up and feel like everything is good in the world because I have someone that I want to live for, that would be my idea of perfect happiness.
Okay, next question. What is your greatest fear?
Like, that's a very hard question, right? Because there's so many fears that like we're overwhelmed with day to day. Just like even existing is a fear in itself, right? But I think what came to mind when I heard this question was losing my mom, because like she's been with me obviously my entire life, or not obviously, but like she's been with me my entire life, and I've had like I've lost various people in my life, and just like from passing away or just like losing connection with people, and I've always been able to like rely on my mom to like be there for me, and even like from the simple things like just school issues or just like having someone not be in my life, I can rely on my mom, and I think losing her would be my greatest fear.
I think for me, my greatest fear is the pain of death. Not that I'm actually dying, but like the way I'm dying. I don't want to feel pain when I die. And maybe like a second one would be like being forgotten. That's a big one for me.
I think my greatest fear is like ending up in a place in my life where everything I do just makes me unhappy. Like, I feel like that'd be like a super low point that like I feel like I can't get out of. Cause like, I think that would be like really scary, and like really like I'd feel alone.
In this moment of time, my biggest fear would be losing my headspace, where if I drive myself to a point of insanity and I'm suddenly having these ulterior motive of where I want to be in life that isn't what I truly want, I'm just doing things that I know won't make me happy because that's all I can do at the moment. That would be my biggest fear.
Question number 3. What is the trait you most deplore in yourself?
Wait, what does deplore mean?
Like,
Please.
Was totally about to ask that too.
Wait, what is it?
Hate or dislike?
In myself?
Yeah.
I think it's okay. I think what I was speaking like right now, where I'm at right now in like my life, I think the thing is dependability, because I feel like when I get attached to someone, I depend on them being there, and like I can unattach myself from someone, right? And like if someone leaves my life, I'll be okay. But I think there's like that time period when I'm not, and it like really hurts. And I feel like once I lose someone in my life, like even friendships or anything like that, it really hurts because I became dependable on someone. And I think that's a trait that I'd like to lose. Because obviously you want to like have like a relationship where you can depend on someone and they can depend on you. But then like if you're depending too much on someone, that's also harmful to you. I think that's the trait I dislike most.
I think for me, it's that I don't think ahead. I'm really rash with everything I do, and yeah, I don't think it's a good thing.
I think my trait I most dislike is like, I guess just like feelings of insecurity, because I think that's the thing that like harms me the most, and like in my relationships and in like my self-esteem, like being insecure really messes me up.
Deploration. For me, it's definitely not meeting my standards for myself. Like I have goals of how good I want to be at something, and if I don't meet that, I'll start being really cruel to myself mentally, and that's my most deplored trait about myself.
Okay, question number 4. What is the trait you most deplore in others?
Dang, that's hard. There's so many like negative traits that everyone possesses, right? And I think one of those traits that has affected me is like not. I guess it would be. It's not selfishness, but it's kind of like not caring about what others do for you, right? Because I feel like I've definitely been relied on, like as a friend and stuff like that, and I feel like I put a lot into friendships that I didn't get back. And even with that, like not being appreciated or not appreciating others is like a really shitty thing, right? And I think that's like a trait that I think some people don't realize they possess, but it's really toxic. So yeah,
I dislike people who lie. Especially when you're putting all your trust into them, and then they just lie to your face. I think that's the thing I hate the most.
Wait, Henry, I have a question for you.
Yeah,
How do
go
you
on.
feel about pathological liars?
They know they're doing wrong, yet they still do it. Yes, I mean they know they're doing wrong. It just in their head, I don't think it connects to them that hey, this is not right. Yeah.
For me, I think it's greed. Like, just like purely wanting things and like not caring about other people. I really dislike that in people. It just seems so like really selfish, and like, it's like you're only looking out for yourself. Like, I don't really like that type of mentality, or people with that mentality.
I hate people with superiority complex where they always feel like they're in the need to be right. Like, it just drives me insane. I have an aunt who has. Oh, wait. I don't know if I can say this because if she watches this, I'm dead. But personally, I see her as a very narcissistic person where she'll never admit that she's wrong and she'll lash onto you if you ever call her out on it. And I hate that. And everyone I meet, if they have that trait, I cannot talk to them for longer than a minute or so because I just hate it so much.
Question 5. Which living person do you most admire?
Anna. Oh.
Anna.
Completely agree.
Well,
Shut up.
Jill.
Living person. Okay, I think it has to like relate back to my other answers, like my mom, right? My mom is like, she's done so many things alone, and like she's dealt with a lot of things in her past, and like even now she's like still dealing with a lot of things, but she's like still pushing through for like my family and like I admire how like persistent she is, and she doesn't like let negative things get to her. She just like keeps going, and yeah, I admire my mom the most.
No one really comes to mind for me. I guess maybe my doctor. She does so much extra. Like she when even in her off hours, she's worrying about me, and it's yeah. I admire that about her. Like she doesn't just do the job for the paycheck. She actually puts care into each of her patients.
For me, I guess it would be my friends. Like, honestly, they all have like they're all really cool people. Like, really good people too, which is, something I like about people, like being a good person. Like, if you're a shit person, But I feel
love
like all my friends
your
have
answer for that,
qualities.
but Giselle,
Wait, what?
the question is, which living person, singular term?
You know what?
Singular.
I want to answer
I'm
this.
sorry.
No, I want to
Okay.
Her
Giselle,
answer's valid.
choose one of us. Then.
Okay, so in that case, I don't really look up to. I don't really admire anyone. Not a single person.
The
At
boiz
least
is one
that
person.
much.
What do you mean?
Yeah, the boy. Which is a boy are you admiring most?
Yeah.
Valid answer.
Okay.
No,
one.
don't answer that.
Damn. Fine.
But
Wait,
yeah, people. Yeah. The boys.
Person.
Okay, whatever. You can
Your
go,
answer
Tim.
is wrong, but we'll move on.
Shut up.
Which living person do I admire most? I would say it's really a tie between my sister or my best friend at the moment. Because I grew up with my sister, and she's been there for most of my up and downs and changes in life, and she's been the most supportive person I know. But my best friend, who I've only known for 4 years, we've only met in high school, but she means the world to me. And I don't know, it's just the way she processes things and her open mindedness, just wow. Someone can be that understanding so quickly, no matter of how quick I change. It's just incredible.
Question number 6. What is your greatest extravagance?
Extravagance is like an object, or
No, it doesn't
Wait,
have
like
to be an
possession.
object. It could be like an experience as well.
Oh.
Like,
Like
okay.
the most like extra thing I've done or experienced.
yeah, or even have or spent money
Even
on stuff
have.
like that. So, yeah.
Well, I think when it
Okay, Anna, go.
Definitely
Henry,
Discord
what?
Nitro. Biggest extravagance.
Discord Nitro. Yep.
Oh my god, you guys are scuffed. Well, I think when it comes to possessions, I don't have anything like extremely extravagant, right? I have like very basic possessions. So I guess I'll talk more like not necessarily figuratively, but I think one of my greatest extravagance would be my friends, right? Because like there's so many bad people you can associate with who could like destroy you. Oh, that sounds so bad. But like you know what I mean, right? There's friendships that can be like destructive to one, like mental health, like physically, whatever. And I think right now where I'm at, the people I'm associating with are like the complete opposite. Instead of like putting others down, it's very supportive. Henry, shut up. Besides
Henry?
you, dude. Everyone but Henry is amazing. I love everyone but Henry. But
All
Ew.
right.
I see how it is.
Totally.
I see how it is. Well, I haven't really spent my own money on myself often. Like,
what about your wheel, bro?
okay, other than that, I haven't. Like, everything else hasn't been my own money. So yes, with my own money, I guess it is my wheel. I spent $200 on a sim wheel, which in my mind wasn't really that extravagant, since I could have gotten a lot more expensive if I wanted to. But money that wasn't mine, I'm saying the Washington D.C. New York trip, that was very expensive. And to compare to what we got for it, I don't know if it was worth it.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask you. Did you think that it was worth it to go?
I don't think so, honestly.
I think Henry. I was gonna say like the same thing about the DC trip because that was really expensive.
I mean,
But
it was
then I
fun.
think another thing is like being able to like go to Washington for me to go to Washington State like every like twice a year. I think that's a really big extravagance in my life. Like not that many people even go on planes that often, or just yeah. But like when I go to see my family and we do things, I think that That's like one of my greatest extravagances.
Extravagances. I can't really say that I have one because nothing comes to mind. I don't know. Object-wise, I'd say it's probably my first car because my dad went all out with it. But, I don't know. It's really materialistic to say that because I don't really value it because I'm not a big car freak, so I don't know its value. But biggest extravagance I would say at the moment would be being able to play games with Giselle and Henry. Like I have the most fun when I'm playing games with you guys. And Anna too.
PUBG.
Yeah. PUBG. We're cracked at that game.
It's the best.
Okay.
No, we're not.
Number
We're
7.
not.
We didn't even win yesterday. We like got 12th place. Anyways. Question 7. What is your current state of mind?
Sexy. Oh wait, we're close.
Oh,
Whoa.
Taylor.
MILFs. No.
Anna. No. That's not a state of mind. Wait. No thought.
No
Stay
thought,
with
just
me,
MILFs.
bro.
Okay. I think my current state of mind is very convoluted. There's like a lot of things going on right now in my life, but I'm trying to like take one step at a time. But it's kind of difficult because I'm trying to like focus on my own self identity and like try to learn more about myself, about like areas that I not have necessarily like accepted in the past. And I think like school is also a big thing that's kind of like in my mind right now, because we're seniors, we're gonna go to college. It's like insane. And then I think there's also like a part of my mind that's trying to like also relax, because like I don't know, times right now are very stressful with like COVID, school, like college and everything. But I think that's why I say convoluted, because there's so many things that go through my mind, and it's like so many different feelings and stuff. So yeah.
I don't know for me. I'm really stressed right now. I can't say that. With all my classes and then managing my own medical stuff, trying to see what I need to sort out before I'm past the age of 18 where I'm more on my own with my medical stuff. I don't know really. I guess I'm really stressed, and I'm trying to be more independent from my parents.
I think for me, I feel kind of relaxed right now, but then also stressed, like in the bigger picture. Like I have a lot of things to do, a lot of things to like think about. But like I guess right now, I feel fine. I feel okay. I'm chilling.
Wow, I feel so bad for answering my question then.
Why?
I feel very free at the moment. Nothing is really on my plate, and I'm just living it day by day. Not really much stress on my end. But damn, if you guys need help, my lawyers will be talking to you for emotional terrorism. So yeah.
Okay.
Can't wait to get that letter.
Question 8. What do you consider the most overrated virtue?
Virtue. Most overrated virtue.
So trait.
Yeah, I know what virtue is.
Gee,
No. I was
I'm
confirming for myself, okay?
Oh.
God.
Hmm.
Douchebags.
Overrated? Okay. The only thing that comes to mind is selflessness, right? It's not that being selfless is a bad thing, right? Like, it's always good to look out for people. But I think people take selflessness to another level, to where it's like bad if you focus on yourself. And I think that's incorrect, right? Because I think at the end of the day, you should always come before other people. And you have to like focus on yourself, so then you could focus on other people. But if you're being that selfless that you're not paying attention to yourself and like your own mental health and stuff occurring in your own life, I think that's bad. So that's why I think selflessness is overrated.
I think that not being able to like ask others for help, like trying to be that independent where like you do everything yourself. I don't think that's a good trait. Like in my mind, if you need help with something, it's better to ask than just try to struggle for it by yourself.
I think the most overrated trait is like niceness, but not necessarily like kindness. I think those are two different things. I think like niceness is like it's just like kind of being polite.
Being polite is overrated.
No, like
Confirm, just
Oh
confirm.
no.
like
Giselle, do you mean to
I don't know. I feel like
everyone?
niceness just because like if you really don't like someone, you don't have to treat them like why bother being nice to people like that like you don't necessarily like or like I think in some cases it's like it's fine to be mean. I don't know. I don't really like if you're being like unnecessarily mean, then yeah, I have a problem with it. But just like
there's some
just,
things that are
like-
warranted, right? That's what you're saying. It's like,
yeah, some things are warranted, definitely. But yeah,
I get you.
I think it's just like making the distinction between nice and kind, because I think they are definitely different things.
So I'm looking up what virtues are because I don't know what they are. And I still haven't
Traits.
found one yet.
We get back to you, Henry. Go.
I already won.
Excuse me.
Oh
Oh.
shit.
I guess from this list that I've looked up, the most overrated virtue would probably be courtesy. And I say this with a pinch of salt because I love people who are polite, but I feel like if you're overly polite, you're seen as fake, and I don't like people overly polite because they're also really dry. I don't know. That could just be me. No hate towards polite people, though. I just think you guys are weird.
hate.
Wait. Okay. Wait, never mind. I'll say something at the end about my answer. Anyways.
Okay, carry on. No, I'm done. I'm just saying. Courtesy people, you suck.
Yeah.
I'll add
Okay.
to yours after you go, please.
Okay, number 9. On what occasion do you lie?
Whenever I'm talking to Giselle.
Shut up, Henry.
When do I lie? I feel like I try not to be a frequent liar because I dislike being lied to, right? But I think most of the time when I lie, it's either to like protect other people or kind of like not expose myself. Not that exposing. I mean like exposing, not in a bad way, but it's kind of like revealing too much about myself when I don't want to. So I think it's either trying to protect myself or trying to protect other people. And when I mean protect myself, I don't mean like I do bad stuff. I just mean like generally it's trying to keep some things hidden, I guess.
For me, I lie when knowing the truth doesn't help a person, and like it like more like knowing the truth is gonna do nothing but hurt the person. Yeah, that's when I would lie.
I don't know. I like lie about stupid things where like it doesn't even matter. Like
Confirm
either
that
way, it
she's
doesn't
just
affect someone.
she lies to us all the time.
Pathological
No, but just
liars
like
confirmed.
like when they're playing a game, like oh yeah, Henry, someone's right there. Like oh, ping them. Or just like I don't know, dumb things like oh, Henry, did you see what Trump did? Or I don't know why that's talking to Henry.
Why is
But
it always me?
I don't know. I don't know.
Excuse
Or
me?
like Anna, did you see the new song SZA just dropped? Like I feel like in the case that like it doesn't matter what I lie, I feel like I kind of do like I tend.
That sounds more like joking around than lying.
Yeah, it's just playing
Yeah.
around. But
Yeah.
you're
Well,
still
I mean,
technically
it's a lie,
lying.
so I usually admit it. So yeah.
Lying, huh? I don't lie when it comes to serious things, but in terms of gaming, like Giselle says, sometimes I'll shoot people and they won't hit, and I'll still tell Henry, "Hey, yo, he's low." You know, things like that. Like in PUBG, sometimes I'm like, I get shot down, and I tell Giselle, "Hey, kill him. He's literally one shot," and I haven't hit him at all. With
Oh.
This is why we're bad at games.
please.
Okay. Question number 10. What do you most dislike about your appearance?
Let's go.
I don't don't want to say everything because that's not true, right?
But you're so smegsy.
Shut up.
Honestly, though.
When it comes to appearance, I think that's something that I try to like. Something that I'm trying to accept, right? Because obviously we all have insecurities, right? And I think like my main issue would be my weight, but I think like I'm trying to like work towards like obviously improving my health, but also like improving my own mental state. So like when it comes to appearance, I try not to like diss myself too often, but obviously like there's a ton of insecurities like I have with like everything. So it wouldn't be like one specific thing.
Where do I start? I remember there's this one time that someone looked at me and like immediately knew I had eczema and asthma at the same time. And there's that. My eczema really brings me down, especially on my bad days. The fact that you guys always make fun of that I don't have eyebrows.
Oh.
My weight, which I'm trying to deal with my weight. It's just the side effect of the medications are take a toll on me. What else? My voice. Yeah.
Appearance? Yeah, of course.
I'm very short. Like
Oh,
too
yeah.
short.
Yeah, you're a football.
Short kings, Henry. Or short
Anyways,
princes in your case.
do I have to go on?
Yes.
I'm
No,
good.
Nick,
No.
I think mine is just like I don't know, like I wish I had like more muscle. I think that's always like
Oh,
cool
God,
when people
not the
like work out
muscles.
and stuff. Like
Trying to be
I
busted
don't
up.
know, like
Someone wants to
like
be swole.
yeah,
Oh,
you know like how Phil works out. Like
Like Philip.
yo, that's cool. Like dang, but I don't know.
Oh.
I feel like I can't work out that much. I don't know. I don't really like working out anyways. So,
Oh. Well,
but
you
you know,
see,
if
that
I
might be
somehow
your problem.
if I somehow could get muscle or like even like toned muscles, I think that's something that I don't like that I don't have. Or like not having muscles is something that I dislike.
This is a weird question. What do you dislike about your appearance? Anna says we can't say everything, so if we had to narrow it down to my most hated trait, it would be my hands. My family have really nice hands. They have slender hands and they look so pretty, but I'm the odd one out because my hands, to me, they're just like, they're weird. They don't fit in. Crying. Giselle, please, you're the one.
Okay.
back.
Question number 11. Which living person do you most despise?
Despise.
Who's got teeth?
Despise.
No.
Definitely Anna. Oh,
Shut up. So besides Henry, I don't despise anyone. Like I think I don't have any. I don't know. Right now, like obviously there's people I dislike, but I don't despise anyone because I feel like that's too far. There's never been something bad. Or there's not been something terrible enough to make me despise someone. So I think like right now I don't despise anyone and I don't plan to because I feel like that's so negative. I don't want to have that negativity in my mind, dude. Yeah.
My
Yes.
turn. I despise a man named Toronto Dump.
I knew you were gonna say that. Oh my god.
Toronto Dump.
Usually
Never
I
heard
don't
of him.
despise politicians. He's not a politician, for one. But second, what he did at the beginning of the whole COVID-19 thing actually affected us. And is still affecting us when he's out of office.
Yeah.
Not only that, but he also, with all the delays, my grandma got COVID, and that was a very stressful time for my family. And we honestly don't think that she's completely back to her baseline before that. Not completely blaming it on him, but it's all his fault.
Not completely, but yes.
Okay, let's see. For me, probably like Elon Musk. I hate
Whoa!
like
Please explain.
Okay, like he like kind of claims Tesla as like his original idea and stuff, but like, bro, that's like it's not even. Okay, there are like lots of things I hate about this guy. I think one of them is just like how initially cool he seems, and that kind of like gets people to like him. Like even I thought like, oh, this guy's kind of cool.
He
Like
watches
wow,
anime, bro. How can he
yeah,
be
he
bad?
seems like a regular, relatable person. When he's really like really just a rude, like spoiled, entitled person. Like a lot of people like to say like, oh, he like came up from nothing. Like no, his dad literally like made off money from apartheid in freaking South Africa. Like bro, this guy, and he like the way that he treats his partner too. Like I don't know if you have
Grimes.
seen it. Yeah, Grimes. I'm pretty sure he does not like. Yeah, I feel bad for her or them. Yeah, I feel bad for his partner. I just overall think that he's not a good person, and then the fact that he tries to make himself seem likable when he's really like a piece of shit.
Ah,
Yeah,
I see.
I feel like what he's trying to do is kind of helping though. Like him as a person might not be good, but what he's trying to do is okay.
Ah, I really dislike Jeff Bezos. He created Amazon, and my life depends so much on Amazon delivery that it's not even funny, and I hate that I have to depend on it. But he's profiting off of our needs and stuff, and he doesn't even pay his workers well, and he's ugly. Like, come on, bro, get a wig.
Ugly.
he is.
I hate his laugh.
Me too, bro. Oh my god, there's a YouTube video compiling his laugh together, and it wakes me up at night. It's horrible.
It really is.
Why are y'all watching that? Anyway,
Next
question
question.
number 12. So I'm gonna combine this question and the next question. So, what is the quality you most like in a person?
A person? Is it like in general, or like significant other, or like
Or just well, originally it's what do you like most in a man, most in a woman. So, just generally, what do you most like in a person?
a person?
Or
That's hard.
did I say like, dislike? Most like.
Yeah, like there's so many like amazing qualities people can possess. I think one of them, I don't know, like there's so many, but I think when it comes to like being in my life, I think just not being arrogant and being like just like caring for others, I think, right? Because I don't like when people are fake. Being fake is like if you don't want to talk to someone and you're just being straight up fake to their face, just like let them know that you don't want to talk to them. So I think just like being caring and being like very transparent, I guess. Yeah, that's my thing. Being transparent with someone.
I think loyalty. That's what I find. I think it's most important. That's something that I try to hold up, except for Giselle. But other than that, yeah.
I think for me, it's like compassion, empathy. Like that's just so like just caring about other people, other than yourself. Like I think when you like show that like how much you care about people through your actions, like not only through your words but definitely actions, I think that's something that most like attracts me to a person.
Ah, that dump truck, bro.
Oh,
That's what gets me every time. MILFs, definitely, without a doubt. I'm serious. That's my answer.
okay, okay. So okay, this is technically question 14 since we combined the last two. Which words or phrases do you most overuse? Oh my.
I think it'd be better instead of us answering, everyone else answer that for that person.
Yeah. Okay, so what do I say a lot?
Scuffed.
You suck.
Scuffed.
You
You,
suck.
you suck. Yeah.
Are
No,
those bad
specifically,
ones,
you
though?
suck, Henry.
Specifically, no, I will not go out to dinner with you.
um,
Henry.
What about Henry's? No,
Just, like-
no. No. He does that every day.
Oh, yeah. Or like, you understand?
Oh yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I've said that to you before, and like, I don't like when you say that.
He'll say things like, "You understand?" And then we're like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think those are like his common phrases.
I see.
Giselle's insert random Twitter comment. Yeah.
So,
Giselle just steals other people's jokes. I
That's
think
not
That is
true.
Twitter, bro.
I call her out for that as a joke.
how about like a specific?
I'm sick.
Phrase. I'm sick.
I'm sick,
Why
bro.
you don't
You
like
make
that?
me sick. I'm tired of you.
Yeah, those are your common ones, Giselle.
Taylor, you say yummy a lot. I don't like it.
I hate men.
Oh yeah.
No, that one's funny. I like that one.
Okay.
Okay.
Next
That was fun.
question. Question 15. What or who is the greatest love of your life? I mean,
What
this doesn't have
or
to be like
who?
romantically.
Yeah, and greatest. I don't know. Nothing really comes to mind. I guess. No,
Maybe right there.
all the milfs out there hit
Facts.
me up.
Oh no.
I think when it comes to that, it would be life itself. That would be
Aw.
cliche, but like, there's so many ups and downs and like everything, right? There's so many good things that happen and so many bad things that happen. But I think like it's insane, right? Just being alive in general is like it's crazy. There's so many people who like lose their lives and like stuff like that that they might have not wanted to occur. So I think like just being alive right now, I'm good. That's my greatest love of my life is my life.
That answer makes my pussy flood. Wow.
Thank you.
Okay.
Next caller.
Well, we all know what my answer is gonna be. Giselle's man.
Oh god.
But like honestly speaking though, my grandma.
Aw.
She was the one that raised me up when I was a kid. She's always been there for me. I've always tried to do what I can for her. Haven't seen her in a year. I blame Trump again. But yeah,
Trump, yeah.
I just haven't seen her for so long.
Damn, I miss your grandma too, Henry.
Taylor, stop.
You've seen her before, I think, too.
I have when we were
Yeah.
doing clothes at your house.
Yes. Okay. Next.
I think for me, I guess my boyfriend. Like, I don't know. I feel it's kind of.
You mean mine?
I did nasty.
I've been broke so many times. Why
I
was
mean,
it
I
not-
only been alive for 17 years, but you
Oh.
know, I don't know. It just cares about it, understands me on like a whole different level. I don't. It's just like someone I can always feel like safe with or like secure. I don't know. It just
It's the
makes me
muscles.
feel really loved.
Ew, no.
Hello, romance.
Completely
But
agree with that, Taylor.
I think yeah, my boyfriend.
Haha. Well, instead of having a boyfriend or a girlfriend, I have my best friend.
Or me.
No,
No.
no, my best friend because I don't know. When we first met, it was like we clicked instantly, and we knew each other. It felt like we knew each other long before we've even met. And it's cliche, and it's something that I stole right out of a Wattpad I was reading earlier, but it's there, and it still stands because I still share that same connection I feel with her from when we first met. Because when you talk to someone you really enjoy talking to, it's like you never get bored, no matter what, no matter how long we talk. And even 4 years into our friendship, I feel like if I ever wanted to talk to someone for hours without a specific topic, she'd be the first person that comes to mind.
She's gonna watch this and cry, bro. You literally make her cry.
Giselle, please.
Question 16. When and where were you the happiest?
I think I don't know. I guess I feel like happiness when it comes, like in my life, as depressing as it seems, I've never felt the happiest. I feel like there's moments where I've been happy, but I think it's mostly because the way my mentality is set up is that like there's a lot of good things in my life, but oftentimes I focus on the bad things. I guess the happiest would be in it would be like when I was a kid, I was probably like 10 years old and stuff. I was like a fifth grader, I would go to school, I'd come home and I'd spend like the entire day with my grandmother and like there's still bad things going on in my life, but just like being with my grandma and I remember sometimes we'd go to like the local like it's not a Dollar Tree, but you know like those shops that are like kind of like Dollar Tree. Like we'd go there, we'd walk there. She'd get like her crossword puzzles, and I'd come home and like watch her just do them. Like I enjoyed spending like all my time, my free time with my grandmother, and I think that's when I was most happy when she was like still present in my life.
I think for me was the last time I hung out with all you guys.
With you?
Aww.
Wow, Anna, damn. Except
very
Anna, but yeah.
Except
I don't
You
think
just asked me to
Taylor was
dinner
there last time.
night.
crying.
Yeah, Taylor wasn't there, but we were at Jerica's house, and then we made Alfredo and a tart.
Where was the invite?
You
Ah!
did get
Invite.
invited.
We
Of course
did
we
invite you.
agreed.
Oh, never mind. Carry
You're
on.
like you're busy. You're like
Yeah.
oh.
Oh, crying.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that was
we
like
keep
a
it
couple weeks before COVID.
For me, I don't know. Honestly, I think it must have been like just going to the park. Like I would go to the park all the time with my cousins, and we would just bike around and play on the swings. I don't know. Like that's like one of the things that stands out most to me. Just spending time with them, because like I love them so much. I love them to death. And I haven't seen them for a long time, and it's hard to be separated from them, just because like we were always so close.
Anime with my sister. Because, one, anime and cosplayers are, mwah, they look hot. Two,
Oh,
spending time with my sister and seeing her get excited over things, it makes me happy knowing she's happy because she's been through so much that I can't even imagine how it feels. So just seeing her happy and being able to be there while she's happy, I don't know, that's where I get most of my joy from.
question number 17. Which talent would you most like to have?
MILF attractor.
Which talent?
Yeah.
I wish I could speak other languages. I guess that's not necessarily talent, or being like, oh my god, being able to learn languages very quickly. Because like, I think when it comes to me, when it's hard for me to learn something, I like get really frustrated because like, I'm not saying I'm a quick learner, but like sometimes stuff kind of comes naturally. And I think I get really frustrated when something doesn't come naturally. And I think that's why I'm kind of scared to learn a new language because I think it'd be super difficult. So I would want that talent.
I want to be better at academics. I don't think I was ever like one of the best. If anything, I'm like kind of average. Some places below average than others. So yeah, there.
Henry was 2 times 4.
8.
Nice.
A little long. No.
Took a while, but that's okay.
Let's see. I guess like one of the things I always wanted to do is like be really good at skating, like on a skateboard. Like I don't know, I always thought that was so cool. Like I was okay. Like I couldn't do like super cool tricks or anything. Like I knew the basics, but I always wish I was better at that or like good at it.
I would want to be uh uh That talent where
That's a lot of things. No, I guess just like being confident in myself, and that's something I've been like trying to work on. It's just like being more confident in myself because like I'm always gonna be insecure, right? Everyone's insecure, but I think like trying to accept those insecurities and like accept myself as a whole is what I'm trying to do.
I would change my physical health.
uh
So where I'm just a normal person without like 20 doctors. I want to go a year going to my primary care doctor for a checkup, and that's it. Nothing else.
I guess this kind of relates to like the trait I must deplore. Like it's like insecurity. I just wish I'm trying to work on being more confident, being more just like sure of myself.
I would change my feet size because I have really big feet and it'd be nice to have smaller ones. I like shoes are cheaper too, so that'd be cool.
I'll trade you.
Oh, sure.
You want to trade feet?
You're gonna have clown
Oh
feet.
no.
Clown feet. Oh, Henry with short and big feet. Yes. I'd pay to watch that.
Okay.
How much are we talking?
Stop.
Anyways,
Question number 19. What do you consider your greatest achievement?
My greatest achievement at the moment, I guess, would be like I obviously haven't like gotten every college acceptance or rejection or like college answer in general, but I think like getting accepted into some of the schools I've applied to is already like one of my greatest accomplishments because like I remember like I was just thinking about like my relatives, right? They immigrated and they didn't go to like college or anything. They barely even finished high school. So I think it's like having that opportunity and like running with it and doing the most I can is my greatest achievement.
I think for me is how independent I am already. Yeah. And how much I know how to do like that can transfer over to real world, like paperwork and translation skills.
I think for me, I guess I want to say college, but I think it's just like making it as far as I have already. Like, geez, 17 years, that's tough, man. It's tough. Especially because, like, when you're a kid, people don't really take you seriously. Like, kids can, like, experience, like, they do experience, like, the most trauma out of anyone. So I guess just, like, being able to, like, survive what I've been through is something that I'm proud of myself for. And I consider my greatest achievement.
the last talent show that we did, when Korean performed 3 songs and I was a part of the last group, I had stage fright and I have really bad stage fright that I never saw myself performing, and through high school I've worked up my courage, and to be able to do that dance in front of everyone, because it was a really hard dance. I didn't get it down until the day of the performance, and I kept telling myself, I'm going to mess up, I'm going to mess up, I'm going to ruin this for the club. But I'm glad that I didn't, and to pull out of that performance doing it perfectly, that was my greatest achievement.
Question number 20. If you were to die and come back as a person or a thing, what would it be?
A thing. Like,
That's the thing.
An object.
ooh.
Yeah.
I think I'd want to come back as myself, right? Because I assume you still have previous knowledge of your life, and I think there'd be a lot of things I'd do differently. So I'd want to come back as me.
That's lame.
What the hell? What, you want me to
Damn.
say a fucking spider?
Damn.
I want to be a spider because they have webs. No,
I like spiders, man.
then be a spider.
Well, I'm gonna come back as Phil, as Giselle to get
Oh,
Philip.
gosh.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
Henry,
no.
please.
I want to come back as someone who's smart, because I'm not. So I want that quality.
What
Sex.
about some animal that's smart?
Yeah, like an owl.
Dolphin.
Who?
No, person.
Okay.
Okay.
The outside world is disgusting.
I think I would want to come back as like an animal, like a cat. I don't know, just see what it's like, you know. Yeah.
Great answer.
Is this you
Yeah,
coming
cat.
out to us as a furry? Because
No, oh my god, no.
Cats are
I
sick. I
accept
don't know
you.
what you
I
mean.
stand
I
with
can
you.
just sit there,
I
have
hear
little
you.
paws. So
I
adorable.
see you.
Yeah, but
Shut up.
you just don't. But you can do that now.
I
Yeah.
don't want to do that now. I'm good.
I'd want to come back as Jeff Bezos' unborn child. His next child, that's me.
Want to be a sperm? Is what you
Yes, but I want to be the one that gets chosen to be the child. So catch me resting in his sack, boys.
No.
said?
Never
Why
say that
would you
again,
say that?
please.
Please.
Can't I have a reason though? You never
Dude.
specified why.
He's
It's-
rich,
I think that Elon Musk is like the rich person now,
but my dad is bald.
which means you'll be bald.
Exactly.
Why would you want to
Tied
be
you.
bald? Okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Okay, maybe Elon Musk's child because he likes anime.
And Grimes is pretty cool.
So X, whatever his name is.
Oh
Like,
No,
god.
the next
Pantheon?
child that they're gonna have. That's me.
Okay.
So the name's gonna be worse, you know.
Yeah. E to the X apostrophe RX.
Okay, number 21. Where would you most like to live?
There's like so many different. Okay, definitely not the United States, but I'm not too sure where I'd want to go. It's definitely like a different country for sure. Where exactly? I don't know, but not the US. That's my answer.
My answer is away from Giselle with Philip.
It didn't say with who, Henry. It said where.
Away away from Giselle. I don't know. I want to live on another planet, like Mars. Yeah, Mars.
I
I
want to
wonder
live in
how-
what? Oh, wait, what did you say?
I was gonna say, I wonder how that would affect someone's skin.
I mean, the amount of radiation that's going through is great.
Yeah. I guess I think like living in like a big city like San Francisco, New York, LA, like Chicago, somewhere like in there would be cool.
I want to say I don't know if I'm between Tokyo, Japan or Saitama, Japan. Because I really like the city vibes and how even though you're living with so many people, it's really a close-knit community that they share. But I also really like the countryside of Japan. It's pretty and it's calming. And, you know, your grandmothers, my grandmothers, everyone is everyone's family. I like that community. And biddies.
You could have that in Alabama.
No,
Oh.
I don't want to live in
Your
Alabama.
grandma's
Your
my
sister's
grandma.
my grandma and my wife.
No, please stop it.
No.
I hate you.
And this is why I want to move away from Giselle. Literally on a different planet.
Wow, that hurts, Henry. That hurts.
That was the point.
Okay. Okay, so question number 22. What is your most treasured possession?
Okay, so my most treasured possession would be the memories I have with my grandmother. Because although she's not with me now, I still have all the memories and all the experiences and all the time we shared in my mind. And I know, like, I'll always have, like, her with me. So this is my most valued possession.
For me, it'd be the wall in my room. It's the wall that I pin all my memories to, like most of them. And yeah, if my house were to catch on fire, I would save my wall.
Bring the wall.
I don't know
Yep.
about
Not
that.
your wheel?
Okay, so the thing is, my will can be replaced. My memories cannot, especially when I have short-term memory loss, like me.
Wait,
Alright, Henry, what you eat last night?
I didn't.
Oh, that's right. You're gay.
Okay.
Okay, carry on.
it looks like there's no short-term memory. I guess my most prized possession is like my cat. Like, I don't know, I love him so much. He just always brings me joy. He's just vibing all the time.
It only
Yeah,
brings
I
me
love him.
pain.
Oh,
Oh,
you're allergic to him. That's
killing a
why.
goat.
My most prized possession is my PC. I built that with my dad, and it does everything that or I use it every day, and I like it because aside from the memories I shared with my dad yelling at me for putting it together, it's just really cool. Yummy.
What?
Question
Can-
number.
Please.
Can I
Yummy.
add something else?
No.
What do you want?
No, that's it. Anyway, moving on. No, go ahead.
Okay, fine. The Discord app. It's very cool.
You don't own it. Next. Okay, next.
23. What do you regard as the lowest depth of misery?
The lowest
That's
depths
deep.
of misery. I think just being alone.
Hey.
I'm scared of being alone. There's been times where I have been alone and I've kind of been very upset and like very down. And I like having people with me, and just being alone scares me. Like I said earlier, right? That dependency is like something that's very apparent in my life. So I think having no one to be there for me is like scary.
Loneliness, like having no one. I feel like that would be very miserable. Yeah.
I think for me, it's like you enjoy making, like, you do things just to make other people miserable, and you don't care and you find joy out of that. I think that's like miserable scum of the earth type type behavior.
The misery where it paralyzes you to not be able to do anything. Your brain doesn't work, you don't know what to do, and you can't even just cry. Like, it just paralyzes you, and you're just staring off into the distance. That is just nothing can compare to how bad that feels. Yummy. Next.
Question number 24. What is your favorite occupation?
Occupation?
Accountant.
Being a MILF. No. My favorite occupation? I mean, like generally, like any job, or just like
Yeah.
social media influencer, because they're so amazing. I love them so much. No, okay, my favorite occupation. I don't. Probably. I don't know. The one thing that keeps coming to mind are firefighters, because they're so amazing. Like, if you think about it, they do so much for people. They risk their lives every day, and they're not as corrupt as other jobs. So I think firefighters are a very amazing profession.
I've always looked up to my doctor.
Occupation, Henry, not person.
Yeah, doctor. Damn it, Anna. Yeah, so yeah, doctor. They can heal. They can attempt to heal people.
And they also might try to kill you, but that's okay.
Hey. We don't talk about the bad ones, okay?
Please,
They
Henry.
might
Good.
also try to get with you as a 13-year-old girl, but we don't talk about the bad ones.
Yeah, Giselle.
Anyways, I think teacher. Like, they influence young children so much, and like they're like they're like how people learn. Like that's literally like the basis for your understanding of like the world around you. I think the power they have over children is like huge. And I think that, they should be valued more. Definitely.
This is a dumb question, but do you consider people who draw for anime and write out script for anime the same as animators?
They're storytellers.
Or
Then
like animators, you could be like an animator, like just be an animator, no? Like a hobby and stuff. You're not necessarily doing it as a profession.
my favorite occupation would be storytellers then, because I grew up on anime and most of what my mindset is composed of is based off characters that I've never met in my life in person. But the way they think or the way they're written to be, that's inspired me so much growing up. I've always wanted to become as good of a person as they are in their stories.
Question number 25. What is your most marked characteristic?
What is marked
What
characteristics?
does that even mean?
I feel like what's the most prominent when someone thinks of you, like what's one of the first things they'll think about? Or, like what's the first
Instead of
thing?
answering
Answer
that,
that
can we
for other
answer
people,
each
yeah.
other?
Yeah.
Anna, I think
MILF energy.
I was gonna say that. John, I think I don't think
Characteristic of
anything.
Anna.
No, she-
Hard work. Like, she's very hardworking in all of her classes. Even when she doesn't want to do it, she's very hardworking.
Good point. I'm motivated. Like when Anna always talks about like how her family and her grandparents motivate her to do stuff. Like, I think that's the thing that stands out most.
Yeah, same.
Henry, you suck.
Oh, okay, fine.
Henry,
Uh,
I think like musician, a risk taker. To be honest,
Henry?
yeah.
Wait, what's the question again? Oh my
What
God.
is his most marked characteristic?
I think Henry's just like determined and like self-depending. Like obviously he depends on doctors and shit, but like when it comes to like his own personal stuff, like not even his, but also his family, he's always doing stuff because like maybe they don't know how, and I think that's a trait. It's very apparent.
what risk do I take, Giselle?
Or I don't know. I like you're always willing to try like new things and stuff.
No,
Like, you
he's
always
really
want to
not.
try
You suck,
things.
Giselle.
No, like
Giselle, you're fired.
Oh,
Henry would
oh.
definitely have like thick skin, as in you can
Literally,
him
I have thick
and,
skin because of my eczema.
we can say something about him, but then he'll just rub it off as a joke. It's very, very pog because that's the bane of our friendship. Yummy.
Yes, y'all take your anger out on me, and I wake up the next morning feeling fine.
Yummy.
Okay, Giselle.
Depression.
Oh.
Most more characteristic for Giselle would be persistence in trying to keep all her friends happy. The first person who I can imagine checking up on you when you're not feeling fine, I would think of Giselle.
Honestly, same.
Yummy.
I think she's always been the first for me.
Aw.
So sweet, guys. OMG.
Giselle,
Dude, that's the nicest thing I've said about her, and I feel disgusted.
why can I not think? Giselle is very like. This is kind of okay. Giselle cares about other people a lot, and it's noted. Like you can tell she cares about you because she puts in that extra effort to show she cares.
Taylor, I think. just being good at things. To be honest, like
Crying.
She has the jack of all trades.
Crying.
oh yeah.
She's good at everything, but she's not perfect at anything yet.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Oh yeah, being like naturally good at everything, but not being perfect at everything. That's the thing. But I think Taylor, what stands out the most is just like how, like, kind of like Giselle's, right? You show how much you care, and like you put in like 100%, 110% in all your relationships. Like you're always looking out for other people, and I've never heard like bad things about you. It's always like positive things from your friendships and stuff.
20% skill. Oh,
And if we did hear bad things about you, we'd
It's cap.
It's from
that
people. It's
person.
from people who we don't care about.
yeah, it's from fakes, snakes,
10%
and other animals.
20% skill. 50% concentrated power of will. Oh, carry on.
26. What do you most value in your friends?
In my friends,
Yeah, what do you most value?
laughing at my jokes. But
Sexiness?
besides that, Henry,
Oh,
then you wouldn't be my friend.
Oh,
no. Oh no.
Oh, okay.
Jeez.
I see.
And
see how it is.
friends, just putting in are like, I hate one-sided friendships. So if someone reciprocates like if someone is just a friend in a friendship, right? Like you show you care, you're there for them, you support them, and like you like the compatibility and transparency is there. That's what I look for in friends, and that's why there's some people I'm not friends with anymore because they didn't have that. Yeah.
Henry.
I'm trying to think.
Ah,
Same thing for me. It's being loyal. Not going behind each other's backs and doing stuff like that. That's what I care about.
that's very sweet.
I think I really
Explains why I'm not
value-
friends with Giselle.
Oh. Anyways, Henry, I value like
Um,
I think I value humor is like one of the things. Like, can you be funny? Like, yo, are you driving a conversation? Can you actually make conversation? Like, are you an interesting person? That's one of the things. And just like, I guess, general open-mindedness. Like, stubbornness is one thing that, like, I know I can be stubborn myself, and some, like, you know, I can see it in Henry, you're stubborn, but, you know, so is Henry.
Yeah, Henry's super
Anyways.
stubborn like all the time. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess a willingness to change, like to like not be stuck in the same thing that you think. Yeah. Being open to other perspectives.
I value yeah, I'd say the same as Giselle. I value humor. You know those recent nights that we spent together just after talk, laughing at the dumbest games? I value that.
It's so funny.
That's
I want
really
a friendship
funny.
that I can laugh and my cheeks will hurt. Those are the things I value.
Question number 27. Who are your favorite writers? This might be kind of hard.
I'm sorry, I don't read. No. There was a book that I recently read. Okay, wait. Let me look. Okay, you come back to me because I don't think I have the book. No, I do have the book with me, and it's not that I read a lot of books. So this is just like one of the books that I read from this author, and it's Ralph Ellison because he wrote The Invisible Man, and The Invisible Man is like about this Black person who felt invisible, right? Because it was in times of like racism and everything, and he didn't feel recognized because of who he was. And I think that book made me like realize a lot of like, okay, obviously there's racism, and I knew that, but it helped me understand like from a different perspective, and like things that I would have never like imagined, right? And yeah.
I don't read, so I'll go with music. Beyonce has a lot of powerful lyrics. Yeah,
We're going
That's
with me?
valid.
that's it.
I think whoever wrote "Yummy" by Justin Bieber deserves
Whoever
Nobel
wrote
Peace Prize or something. Cause I don't know. There's much stuff. I'm honestly not too sure. I mean, I was a big fan of Harry Potter, but I don't want to say J.K. Rowling because he is not a good person. I don't think she's my favorite writer. Yeah.
This doesn't matter with the person. This matters about their writing.
No, it does matter about
No,
the
but
person.
yeah, it does
too,
because if you're
because
saying your
they are
favorite
there.
writer, yeah.
I think the person that wrote the Warrior Cat series, just because that's just one of my favorite series. As growing up, I forgot their name, but shout out to them. They deserve Nobel Peace Prize.
Giselle, I hate you. But anyway, I read a lot of books. I'm a big book nerd, but I have two categories with this. I have novels and then I have poet. So my favorite all-time novel writers, I'm between Adam Silvera. He wrote They Both Die at the End, which a book that I'm still trying to recover from. And my favorite poet, I have two. I have the poet Atticus, and my best friend publishes her poetry. So between those two.
I'm honestly surprised you didn't name an anime writer.
Well, if you're talking about anime writer, I'd say
they're a writer in my mind.
Then yes, I would say okay. This one isn't an anime, but Kiran Bing. She's a Chinese artist who wrote one of my favorite all-time love stories.
Okay. Number 28. Who is your hero of fiction?
Ooh, that's on my list.
Hero of fiction. That's very hard. I think you guys can you guys come back to me? I have to think.
Okay.
Someone who rose from the ashes to be powerful. Trying to think of a person.
Harry Potter? I don't know.
Saitama.
Oh gosh.
He rose from being an unemployed businessman to literally being the most powerful existence in the universe.
You know what? I'll respect that.
I don't know if I respect that. Okay, Henry, that's enough out of you. I think Naruto, bruh. No, everyone hated him when he was a kid, but over something he couldn't control. But he always did his best to be good and fight for justice. And I don't know, Naruto is honestly, it was one of the first series I watched, but I really love it so much.
Has Anna figured out who she wanted as a hero?
I genuinely can't think of anyone. I can think of a lot of real life people, but I cannot think of someone not real. That's why I don't think I have one.
For mine, I would say Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist, just because the whole series was him trying to bring back his mom with his brother through alchemy, and it didn't end up so well. And the story, as much as it was action and stuff, it taught me a lot about learning to love and let go, and life isn't always going to be pretty for you. Some things that happened in that anime really messed me up because of just how sad and traumatic it was for him. But he grew out of it, and in terms that made me grow as a person too, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I definitely feel you, Taylor. Number 29. Which historical figure do you most identify with?
Yes.
Historical figure? Okay. It's not that I necessarily okay. So the one person that comes to is Frida Kahlo, right? The painter. She was a Mexican painter, and she painted and depicted a lot of things that weren't good at the time, right? So she was countering women's stereotypes, especially like within the culture, and also like just she portrayed herself as how she wanted, right? She had that freedom. And it's not necessarily that I like personally feel attached to it because I'm not a painter or an artist or anything, but I think like I'm trying to like not fit in with those like standards or stereotypes that like Hispanic and Latino women like have to deal with. So I think that's where I relate.
I can't think of anyone. Please come back to me.
I'm, I don't know. This is kind of a tough question. Like, I don't really think much about history. I guess. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really know. Benjamin Franklin, like he discovered electricity. I feel like I
You also did
discovered.
Confirmed.
He's an inventor, you know. I mess with that. I don't know. Honestly, I don't really have an answer either.
Osamu Tezuka. He made anime, and I owe my entire childhood to him. I love this man. Easy clap.
But you hate men.
This guy's built better than men, I'm sorry. He's like borderline god.
Number 31. What are your favorite names?
Ooh.
Names?
Excuse me?
Anna?
Your favorite names, yes. It could be like, interpret the question however you want.
Favorite names. I like names that are unique. Like I know I don't have a unique name, but every time I hear a unique name, I'm like, that's pretty fucking sick. And it's very cool how like names give you like a sense of identity, right? And I think like when people have cool, unique names, you have that. That's a part of your identity. And it's very cool.
I saw the name Absidy once. And then that just stuck with me.
The what name?
Absidy. Spelled
Spell it.
ABCDE.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
It looks cool.
Pretty cool.
ABC Absidy. Oh.
I feel bad for that kid, but it feels cool.
I guess my favorite name. My favorite name for a thing. Oh, I love the name Billy, my cat's name.
No, gosh, yes.
I also like the name Anna, Henry, Jerica, Taylor,
Please.
Bill, Jenny, just to name a few.
What a
God.
coincidence. I hate the name Giselle.
Oh, that's not a coincidence. But okay.
So, I have two comes in mind because one is the name Yue. The first time I've heard of that name was from the series Avatar: The Last Airbender, and that character struck me in my heart. Like the way they designed her story, it still resonates with me till this day, and I love her as a whole character. And her name is really pretty because it means moon, and she became the moon. Avatar is so cool. And then another one I actually saw on TikTok. I don't know if it's a name, but it's a Welsh word for a longing of a place that doesn't quite exist. Is Hariath, and it's if anyone names their kid that, he'll slide up.
Oh no.
Hold on.
Okay. Number 32. What is it that you most dislike?
Dislike. So first on my list
in general?
is Henry, but no. Okay. One thing I hate is when people take advantage of other people. And I think this kind of stems back to like basically, long story short, my grandma's life, she has relatives, and the relatives didn't treat her how she deserved to be treated, and they took advantage of her a lot. And I think I hate when people take advantage of other people because it's like if you have an innocent person who's doing nothing wrong and they're kind of just like trying to help others and you take advantage of that kindness, you're a bitch. And yeah, that's it.
Liars. I hate people who lie. They're not cool people.
Agreed.
I think I hate economics, the
Oh,
economy, the United States. Just kidding. FBI, don't put me on a list.
That sounds like everything that taught us.
No, I don't know. I really dislike like authoritative powers. And just people want to try to like people that want to control. Oh. But yeah, like authority. That's something I really hate. Just like also like racism, sexism, you know, all that.
men. Next question.
Okay, question number 33. What is your greatest regret?
Ooh.
Becoming
my-
friends with Giselle.
Henry, shut up!
Shut up, Henry. First
greatest
next time.
regret. I think probably like even though I was young and everything, like probably not like appreciating because like you know when you're like a kid growing up and you're kind of like a prick, right? Because you're all moody and shit. I like regret being like an annoying child to my grandma, right? Because there's always those times where I was like a bitch or like a prick. Obviously I didn't want to, but like I didn't mean to, but it was just like it was just puberty, and I really regret that.
My answer's the same. I with my grandma. Also regret not spending more time with her.
I regret like not voicing how I feel to like a lot of people. Cause I don't know, I didn't feel like people mean so much to me, but I don't know. Sometimes I wouldn't really say anything because I'd feel like, oh, you know, what if they don't feel the same type thing. But yeah, I regret not telling people how much I care about them, how much I love them.
Aha. You see, I regret telling people I love them. 'Cause
Oh,
they don't deserve it. Because, you know, there's effort that you put in for other people, and if they don't reciprocate that, you just wasted your time and emotional energy. And I regret ever doing that to the people who ended up leaving anyways.
100% agree. It's just not my most regretful thing. That's like up there though.
Okay,
I'm
number
just
34.
Oh.
How would you like to die?
In my sleep, I hate pain. Like even with a paper cut, or just like fucking the smallest like action that causes hurt is like so fucking painful to me. I cannot. My pain tolerance is 0, so I just want to die painless. So in my sleep, yeah.
But would you actually know that you're going to die before it happens?
That wasn't part of the question.
Oh.
No, I know it's not, but it's my question to you.
No, I would not want to know because then I would stay scared my entire life, and I don't want that.
I think for me, some way painless and helping society, or in general, just helping society.
Like in a fire, you just rescue like 3 families, and then you die.
I was thinking more of like part of being like a clinical trial for a new medicine. I was thinking along those lines. Sure, yeah, that too, Anna.
I think that mine is. Well, it's like I'm gonna talk about like context, like being surrounded by, you know, by
My
my
family.
loved ones, my family.
By us.
Well, if I'm surrounded by you guys when I'm dying, you probably killed me. So
Oh,
I don't know if I really want that, but
What do you mean by you guys?
nah, I'm
Don't
just-
group us in with Henry.
but like the way in which I guess it's like something that's just quick. Don't feel pain. It's like, yeah, I think being in pain is one of the worst things.
Like me slitting your throat.
Oh,
What is your problem?
Okay,
Henry?
Henry, please.
I'm gonna call the police soon, but anyways.
I want to fly. falling off a really, really, really tall building.
What
The
the
last few
fuck?
moments alive, I just want to
so
fall.
scary, Taylor.
Are you okay?
Like, I know it seems bad, but if you were the one falling, just think about it. You can't do anything about it to stop it anymore. Once you jump, it's over. And that last few moments, it just sounds peaceful. You can't stop it even if you wanted to, and this is it. You know you're gonna die, and you feel like you're flying in your last few moments alive. That's how I want to go out.
I'm scared of heights. Never.
Fall backwards.
Okay, question number 35. The last question.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! What is your motto?
YOLO. It's in like all my social media statuses and everything. You only live once. And as cringy as it is, I am trying to live by that. Like a lot of decisions I've made, obviously I've thought through them, but it's like decisions that are out of my comfort zone and like stuff that I would have never done otherwise. And that's like a good motto.
For me, it could be worse. I take that to heart, and that's how I've always had a positive outlook on my medical side. I'm always, yeah, I have it bad, but it could be worse for me.
I think for me, it's like give to give, but never to receive. Because, like, you know, I don't know. I feel like when you give something to expect in return, it's like it's not genuine, it's not real. Like, but if you give out of the goodness of your heart, that's something really that not a lot of people can do, and I think it's really genuine. It's real.
If you can't find a reason to fight, you shouldn't be fighting.
That's a good one.
Yummy.
So I really don't like you.
Oh.
Oh, okay, Henry. Anyway, so like, do you guys have any like things you want to come back to or stuff? I
No
have
matter
some
how good
stuff
you
that I
are,
want to comment on.
I have some stuff. Yeah, I think we should just look at the questions and try to go in order. And if you have a question you want to talk about, there were some that I forgot. I had to like look at right now. So someone else want to go?
I think number 3, which is what trait do you most support yourself? Henry, you said you don't think ahead that much, but I feel like you think ahead a lot. Like
no, I
like
don't.
planning. At least
Henry, yes, you
not
do.
like long term, but just like in the day, like when you're cooking and doing all that stuff, and you're like always asking for ETA and stuff. Like, I feel like that shows that you do
That's
think
more
ahead.
immediately.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's still kind of that counts. I feel.
Okay, I'm talking about like in life. I don't really think ahead in my actions day to day and in game. I don't really think ahead much. Sure.
Oh, another one was like number 8 about like what do I consider the most overrated virtue. So I wanted to add on to like the niceness thing. I think like sometimes out of niceness you like choose not to have an opinion, or like say you're like someone's telling you about something, but like you don't want to, and they ask you like, oh, what's your opinion, and like out of niceness you just like, oh, I'm neutral, when you really do have an opinion. I think that's something that's like, you know, like that I really don't really like. It's just like, yo, do you got something to say? Say it.
Oh yeah, I was gonna add on to your answer for that because like I feel like the way you structured it seems so mean, right? It's like you could be me whatever, but I think like adding on to that, like if someone is, I'm gonna talk like generally. You know how people are always like respect your elders, which I agree with to a certain extent, right? Because just because someone is older than you doesn't mean that they respect you, and that doesn't mean you have to respect them. And I think that kind of comes with everything, right? Like if someone isn't respecting you, you're not obligated to respect them back. And I think that's like I don't necessarily like I try to respect everyone, right? But I think there's a line that crosses, and like sometimes I do realize I'm not respectful, but that's because like if I'm not getting respected, I don't think the other person necessarily deserves that same treatment.
I don't know. What about Henry and Taylor? You guys have anything else?
No.
I feel like we might have skipped a question. Did we answer already? Who are your heroes in real life?
No, we didn't.
Yes.
Oh,
No, we didn't.
I think.
No, we didn't.
Oh, did we answer it?
did we answer that?
Because I
We
know we
said,
answered
like, we
29.
said-
Which historical figure do you identify
Yeah, but
with?
we didn't do like real life. Yeah. I want to answer
Oh,
that.
whoops. My bad. It's yeah,
Completely Giselle's
30.
fault.
Who are your heroes in real life?
Okay. Okay. So there's two. It's my mom and my grandma. My grandma, like, she literally raised me, right? She taught me everything I know now, and like, she definitely molded my character, and I am who I am because of her. And then my mom, same goes, right? She wasn't necessarily there my entire childhood, but definitely like now that I'm like growing and like becoming an adult, she's definitely there for me as well. And they're just like extraordinary people, and the things they've done in their entire life is like, I don't know, it's like insane what they've been through and what they've overcome. So yeah.
For me, it'd be my grandma also. Again, same reason. And she was the one that raised me as a kid. Whenever my mom was at work, it was me and my grandma all the time. But then my mom had to give birth to my sister. But that's another story. And then again, my doctor. If it wasn't for her, I'd either be dead or be in much more pain. I can guarantee that.
For me, I don't know. Like,
So you don't
I
have
guess
to
like
say
civil
me right
rights
now.
leaders are like, you know, you know, they like basically they like fought for my rights. You know, they fought for my right to like exist how I exist in the United States and stuff, or like in the world. I think I don't know. For family, I feel like I don't really have an answer. Like, yeah, I'll say that much.
I'm biased towards my sister because personally, I never thought my parents were good parents. Like, yeah, they care and they're supportive, but they weren't parents material. They were never around. They never bothered to help. If I needed something, they would always say, go to your sister for help. And so my sister is, I'm only who I am because of my sister. She taught me her way of thinking, and I take in most of that. Another person would be Kiara, who is a VTuber. And it's real because it's a
I
real
knew
person
it.
behind that. But listen, I know it sounds silly, but watching her stream every day, it's really, she's so free, and that's my favorite virtue. I like freedom. She lives with no restraints, even when she is in real life. Like, there is stuff that she goes through that sometimes she'll address, but she never does it with a lot of emphasis because she plays it off like it's nothing, and I look up to that a lot. Yummy.
Okay.
Wrap it up, Giselle.
So that was the Proust Questionnaire, and I guess you kind of tell that Henry's a sicko. But nah, just kidding. I don't know. You could tell that. If you don't know Henry, he's a good person from his answers. If you don't know Taylor, she's kind of questionable.
Oh, I'm yummy.
Also, yeah, okay, she's yummy.
Stop.
I guess she's yummy. But yeah, it just shows who we really are as people. And like when we look back on this moment, we get to see like who we are. I mean, our answers will probably change for a lot of these things as we experience our life more and more.
I'm sorry, but I don't change.
Henry,
Good night, Henry.
please. You're 17 years
Bye,
old.
Henry.
Come on now.
Bye, Henry.
What happens when you turn 18? You just don't.
You just don't.
But yeah, that was really fun to see how we all are. I mean, we know each other pretty well already, but yeah, it's just showing other people who we are.
I feel lucky
Yeah,
for
that was-
people who don't know you, Giselle.
Oh,
I feel
Shut up.
lucky
Henry,
for many people that don't know you. For our viewers, if you meet Henry in real life, I'm so sorry. Run away as fast as you can because he will not catch up.
My God, just end it.
Okay. And that's all. Have a good night, everyone. See y'all in the next episode.
Woohoo!
Okay,
Did
now
it.
make it leave, Henry.
Henry, please make it stop.